Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in on this breakdown on the Pretender song. We're gonna talk about what the song is, our latest single, why we chose the things we did, and I have my notebook here so I don't forget to talk about the breakdown of the song, the chords, how we recorded the vocals, etc. So, with no time to waste, let's first listen, maybe, what the song is about. So, yeah, here's the Bandcamp page of the song. So alphamatrix.bandcamp.com/album Pretender EP. And as you can see over here, what the song aims to be is to confront us with the impact of loneliness, senselessness in our postmodern society. Our label says Yves Schelpe pushes us to drop the mask and questions the virtual, artificial life we pretend to have on social media. So yeah, that is quite the thing. It sounds quite heavy, but we try to lighten it up. In the song sounds very 90s. The song is very upbeat, very commercial sounding, but with a hint of melancholy provided by Maysa and some of the chords, which we'll talk about if I find my notebook. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So yeah, you can find the song with some great remixes. I mean, the Humans Can Reboot remix is awesome for drum and bass lovers. If you like club music, hard trance music, go for Device Noise and Studio X. And if you like dance pop or synth pop, check out the radio edit. Yeah, it's there. So let's have a listen. This is the music video. I think we'll take a quick listen and a look to it, so that we can understand what the song is about and the concept. Basically the intro. I love it. This was a fan that sent this in. Actually, all the things. Actually, just pause. All the things you see on screens are sent in by fans, and I want to thank them very much for doing so, because that was a way to be able to connect with them during the Corona lockdown period. Yeah. Moving on. And this is the end of the first chorus, and I'll look at this. This is Antoine, awesome. Thomas, awesome. This guy falling here as well. I mean, all of you guys, awesome to send in things. I'll skip to one section where you can see even more people. I think that's where she's at her desk, falling asleep. Yeah, yeah, like here. You see a lot of others like Ahmed, Miran, Deborah, etc. Wim, Sarah, Liz van den Akker is in there, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Michael Evans too, but we can't see him in the shot here. I think over here, I don't know for sure. Yeah, Lindsay, yeah, was, and of course Ilko. Awesome. Ah, here's Michael Evans. Yeah, having a tough time. Okay, but then what I also wanted to highlight, because we're gonna talk about it later on, is the breakdown of the song, and that's where she turns into a clown. The main character, Sigrid, a great actress. So this is the second chorus, and then it drops in the... Yeah, and there we go again. So yeah, check out the clip if you have time. It's very cool. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love to work with the content of the fans. They were so creative. Okay, so here we are then in Visual Studio. Let's see the About section. I'm still using... Yeah. I'm still using version 11, which is no longer supported actually, but well, at least it's legal. I was going to show off the computer management. I think I have to go to... No. Well, let's skip that. So here we are then in Visual Studio, and as you can see, it's a very old version. It's version 11. Studio 11, producer edition. Okay, thank you, Visual. FL Studio, I want to say Visual Studio. So FL Studio 11, no longer supported. But I am addicted to these blocks over here, which you can see. They make it very visual to me. That's how I made music, with blocks. Of course, for audio files and automation, I use the automation clips. But I just love this for drums and synth parts. It's way easier to structure. I can't get my head around FL Studio 20. I should, but well, if it works for me, it works. So the first thing I want to talk about is the chords and how simple this song really is, because the song is basically about someone who's pretending. So the lyrics aren't that happy. So I wanted a very simple song to contrast that feeling of loneliness, of sadness. I wanted a happy beat around it, a commercial beat, a commercial sounding song, if you say so. So that's what I went for, and that means basic chords. So if you look at the intro chords over here, they're very simple. I mean, simpler doesn't get, of course, but it does the trick. It's commercial, and yeah, it sets the tone right. If we play along, let's play along here. So it builds up, filtered, and then the strings go into another mode over here to build up. And then you'll see them change over here slightly in other chords. And that's basically the pre-chorus. That's the pre-chorus. And then we head into the fuller and richer mode, where I just layer it. I mean, I use the root and I layer it on top to make it sound thicker and fatter. And that's how I build the chords, basically. You also hear some automation on the cutoff, which is very normal in this type of music. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. And there we go again, starting over again. Now, I first started out with just these chords, but that was really too boring, so I'm gonna show off it a bit with the mix down, the mix down we have over here. So this is the chorus. That's the verse, and then we have a pre-chorus. So that really creates a tension. And how do we create that tension? Well, it's again with the strings, but I use this, I love this plugin, Solina V from Arturia. And this is a great sound, especially in the highs, to create tension. And I think if I'm correct, I use the A, but 1 octave higher. Yeah, 1 octave higher, probably. Let's see. Over, yeah, probably. Let's loop it. Let's loop it. So it's basically the chords of that breakdown or that pre-chorus are different. Follow the same structure then of the breakdown chords, but I added on the Solina that very high-pitched one noise, and as you'll see, if I solo this, you'll see this volume being pushed up. And that A note getting higher and higher, that's how you create that tension in the song itself. Yeah, that's what I like. It's like very subtle. It's a very subtle effect that I use a lot to create tension, and usually it's just a string over, it's just one note elongated over a set of chords to build that pressure. Sometimes I use it over more bars, but here it's a short song, so I wanted to keep it short. But that's something I like to do a lot. Yeah. As for the bass line, it couldn't be simpler. It just follow the chords and use the root notes. So let's mute it again, and then it's just basic poly 6 sound that I tweaked a bit to my liking. And then again in the breakdown or the pre-chorus actually, we play a bit with that and go very deep. And then in the chorus it's exactly the same, so no problem there. You'll also hear it in the song. It's so simple. So this song is all about simplicity, keeping it simple, so very simple. That was the goal, to contrast it to the lyrics, which are also a bit simple but carry an emotional value of depression, sadness, and loneliness. You know. Okay, moving on. What else do we have? Yeah, so I said simple, but of course you need to create some kind of how do you say, tension, and that's where these fellows come in. I'll let them play in solo, like over here. Come on, play. Okay, you say like, what is this? But it adds a lot. It's a break. It's that simple touch again. Not a lot of melody going on, but just that little hint of what is to come. And what is to come is the main melody that is being played. And that's this. And as you see, it follows the chord pattern, but it breaks down at the half mark of every chord change to create a kind of melody in it. No complexity, not too complex at all. Whoops, not too complex at all, but just enough to do that. And whilst I'm here, let's just talk why I am using 4 synths to do that, because I know that my mixer Mitya Wexler goes crazy when I come with 4 layers, but I do it because basically the first layer here is a basic trance sound. Second one is a hard trance sound. So it's more ravey. Combining those two gives you that edge and softness together. Then the other layer is a very basic saw, but very high pitched to accentuate that hardness. You almost don't hear it, but it is there. Yeah. And then the last thing is a very soft sounding one, but also high in the EQ range. So it's kind of airy, what I call it. So yeah, combining that gives it that trancy, dreamy feel, and that adds to the pads a lot. So let's just play that. So that's basically the very, very easy part of it. Also, in the chorus, I accented the melodic parts of it. So that's the pluck steps. So to accent them a bit more and bring them out a bit more in the mix. Very subtle, and you probably don't hear it, but all added together it creates that jelly feeling that I like. Okay, then let's move on to what I love best and that is vocals, because vocals make a song come alive. And if there's one tip I could give you, is to use a lot of layers, even though your mixer does not like that. But well, a lot of layers creates thickness. So I worked with Maysa over here, so I'll turn on the leads only, so you can hear the chorus and the leads only.
Smooth ride on the highway of life. Empty conversations, hollow words, lifeless entertainment in this void world. Be a pretender, fake emotions, follow the guide.
Okay. Sounds great, you think? I would argue, no, thank you. What I want, and that is what I stressed for, so I'll add those two. And these parts I sing or transcribe. So the vocalists who work with me know this. I usually sing this myself. Very bad shape. I won't let it here, but they're still, so the files are still in here. So this is what I originally sang for them, and then added notes, but I won't let you hear that because that's just you need to pay me $1 million to let you hear that, or just ask Maysa, Marie Katman, Liz van den Akker, or anyone else. Those can hear that. Anyway, back to layering. One first thing, I'll just do the dub one over here. It's a basic layering up, so that already creates some tension.
Hollow words, lifeless entertainment in this void world. Be a pretender, fake it.
So that's the basic idea. What I like about vocals, and I want to stress it again, what I like about vocals is replacing your strings or your pads, and that A string that I mentioned before on the Solina of Arturia, is replacing those as much as possible with real human vocals, because that makes it sound so much more in connection, at least for my music. That's what I like. Now, this is solo. This is just one layer. What I ask is to dub them, and then you get a lot more layers, and you'll hear the difference immediately when I turn on all the layers, and then you get that thickness that we need in the chorus and in the verses. Let's start over here.
Smooth ride on the highway of life.
Turn it off.
Empty conversations.
Turn it on.
Hollow words. Lifeless entertainment in this void world. Be a pretender. Fake emotions. Follow the guide.
And it's
Don't
off.
get caught.
On.
Be a pretender. Fake world. Follow the rules. Smile.
That sounds so much thicker, and especially on the part in the song where it's needed most, and that's the instrumental part. I'll mute these layers out and go to the part after the chorus.
Inside out. Be a pretender. Be a pretender.
So you hear the ahs over there, and what is very important there, if we only have you see how many it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of ahs. But let's go to the mezzo here, which could be cool if it's only that, but it won't shine in the mix. Even though it's very low in the mix, it won't shine. It will sound terrible. Better is to layer up again and create that thickness, as you can hear here. Look at that. And again, that melody of those ahs was created on basic basic strings, but I thought it was better to let the singer do it because it was so poppy. Another important part of that is where you will hear her sing the pararam pam pam, as I call it, the clowny thing over here. I'll go back to the break in a minute, but the reason I chose to do that with vocals again, which you can hear over here, yeah, so I'll let them play. The reason why I did that is I could have played that with piano or with a weird synthesizer sound, but that would take away from the vocal connection you have with the song, with the singer. It's very important to keep focus on the singer, on the vocalists, on the main character. Also in the video clip, in the music video, it's very important to keep that connection, and that's what I try to do with this song. So I decided here to, just replace that melody that I could have easily played with a synthesizer with her vocals, which I demoed as well. If you want to, okay, I'll let you hear a tiny part of it. Voila, that's what you get. So I can't sing, but the vocalists then know at least where to place it, etc. And of course I feed them with MIDI data as well whenever I can to do those things. Now the build-up here is actually very important because we're going to the final chorus, and I'll play all the parts again over here, put them all on. You see this piece over here, which I stretched out her ahs, and this is to, it creates a break, but it's like not a standard break, as you can see. In a standard break would be like 1, 2, 3, would be like this, and then the song starts. But I wanted to create a little bit of tension, a little bit of surprise, and that these are just simple things, but smart things to do to leave that kind of tension over here. But that means that you have to be creative with how you build up the song. So how do we do this? We have this first part. I'll mute myself, I'm sorry. First ahs coming in. And now
Lifeless entertainment in this wide world. Be a pretender, fake emotions. Follow the guide.
And that works so well. It crosses over, those A's crosses over into the chorus parts intentionally to make it gel, because we have to jump that bridge I talked about, that one that half a bar of a bridge. We have to jump that and create something interesting. I think let us listen to it in how it sounds in the song then. Yeah, it should be around here. Yeah. And it feels flawless, and that's what I like about it. Yeah. The last thing, and I think that's the least interesting part actually, but it had to be done, were the stabs. Again, a lot of layers for the stabs. You can't hear them that well in the mix, but they're there. See them play over here, actually. We'll go back. And I'll play them in solo as they are layered again. Oh, I always click that button. I mean, there should be an option to remove it because I don't record directly into FL Studio. I use Adobe Audition to do that. Again, those stabs are very simple. So that's what is in the song. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you combine that with the pads, let's just do that for fun. Let's build it up and follow along. You see, they're not that hard in the chorus, but they're necessary to carry some weight and to carry that melody. And that's how simple that song is. Yeah. If you want to give it a spin or a remix, just let us know. And definitely, I would say check out this music video. And I'll let you play once again the clown part, because the lead actress Sigrid is so good. She played that so very well. I love it. Awesome. You can check out the lyrics as well over here, very simple, but to illustrate that it's smile upside, inside out, be a pretender, fake emotions, empty conversation, hollow words. So we wanted to contrast really the energy of the upbeat song with sad lyrics about how social media can be destructive, because it is an addiction, and we thought we had to talk about it, and we thought it would be a nice experiment to try that. Okay, but I would suggest check out, if you want to see more Akira the Cat, you can also check out Sigrid Ogel, who played that awesome part here in the video clip. She's very good. Check out her Instagram page. And as you can see from her page, actually, she loves being a clown. Yeah. She loves being a clown. So it was not difficult for her to climb into the clown role. Let's see. I thought I had another example over here where she was doing clown stuff. Yeah, like the red nose. She's a clown. She's totally a clown, but she's a very great actress and really portrayed what we wanted in the music video. So check that out, the music video, and on Bandcamp you can check the song out as well, with some great remixes. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it for this breakdown of Pretender, and why we did it, how we did it, how we built up the song, how we thought about it, how simple we tried to keep that song, because that was the essence, keeping the song very simple, very melodic, but very focused on the vocals. Very different from some of our other stuff, of course, but yeah. If you have any questions for our next breakdown or episode on how a song is created, or what gear we use, etc., feel free to ask, and we'll see what we can do in the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.